So, yesterday, the East London Magistrates Court sentenced Julius Malema. Well, not they haven't sentenced him, they convicted him rather. It's 5 charges, but I guess it's 3 to be quite honest, because it's unlawful possession of a firearm, right? Then unlawful possession of ammunition. And then the other 2 are just the contravention of the Firearms Control Act. So discharging a weapon in a public area, endangering lives, yada, yada, yada. It's very serious, first of all, because he's now a convict. And sentencing has been remanded till later. I think it's going to be
23 January.
Yeah, so we'll wait until next year and see what that is. Potentially, this could carry up to 15 years imprisonment. I don't think that's what he's going to get. In fact, I don't think there should be any imprisonment. But who am I? It's just my own personal thoughts, right? I wasn't surprised, though, that they found him guilty. And now that that's happened, I guess we now need to look forward and look at what this means, right? If you want to go back to a show that we did last year, June the 20th, about the merits of this particular case, you're more than welcome to go into our podcast and listen there. We discussed it at great length with Sizwe Dhlomo and whether or not we felt it was, I don't know, in his favor or it was going to go a different direction. So that you can listen to in your own time. What this means now, though, and you will have seen even the front page of the Sowetan, they're asking whether it puts his political career in jeopardy. And in fact, the career of the EFF, I suppose, just you look at everything holistically because he is the sole leader. And with the exodus that we witnessed last year, really everything is in Julius's hands. Yeah. So if Julius falls, it's very difficult to see how the EFF survives beyond that. He, for example, if he were to be sentenced for longer than 12 months in prison, he wouldn't be able to be a member of parliament.
True.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, you could argue you could still lead the party without being in parliament, but it's really just, it's a stumbling block that could have been avoided. One of the things that I dislike personally about Cyril is the fact that every mistake that he ever made was unforced. So Cyril came into the office, basically loved by everybody, including members of the press. He had so much goodwill, then he proceeded to squander it. Nobody else forced him. He just decided to get involved in pala, this, that, be indecisive, yada, 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 yada. And I feel exactly the same way about this Julius Malema situation. Because nobody forced him to take that rifle and fire it in the air. There was nothing forcing him. This was just purely his own doing. Yeah. And now here we are.
Yeah.
Mpo, I'll start with you.
I hear you, but part of me is sad for him.
Yeah.
Purely based on the fact that this is an incident that happened 7 years ago.
Yeah.
One has seen the growth of Julius Malema.
Yes.
The way he speaks now, the way he carries himself. So it is such a pity that now this case from 2018 has come back to bite him. And in fact, it seems as though 2025 has just been a baptism of fire for Julius Malema.
Yeah.
Shame. So many things have been happening for him. But at the same time, I feel perhaps this is an opportunity for him to sort of step back, maybe reassess what direction he would like the EFF to take. Because it is a bit risky to have a party that is solely leaning on just one person. Because when that one person, something happens to them, what does it mean for the party itself?
Right.
So now, on your points, when you say you've seen the growth of Julius Malema, just yesterday, after the conviction.
That was regrettable.
Oh, that was regrettable.
That
just yesterday, after the
that
conviction,
threw even me.
Julius not only saying kill the boer, which we've discussed, but he said going to jail for a revolutionary is a badge of honor. Now, Mbali, he's not wrong if you go to jail for a revolutionary act.
Yeah.
Right.
But bro, you're not going to jail if you go to jail. You're not going to jail for a revolutionary act. Yeah, you go to jail because you discharge a weapon in public. That's very different. In fact, it's reckless endangerment.
It is very reckless, very dangerous. And on the part of Julius as well, like Umpo was saying, that he's been through so much, right? At the same time, he's got elections coming up. How does he begin to campaign for his party? Should he, maybe be sentenced to imprisonment?
Yeah.
And like we continue to say, that that party, the EFF, we know the party for the face, Julius Malema.
Right.
What happens when the leader of that party is behind bars?
So Slu, you may not remember this because you were like 5 or something.
Oh my God.
So in fact you were even younger. I think you were like 3.
Okay, get to the point.
So back in 2003, 2004,
Right.
Jacob Zuma faced rape charges,
I remember that.
right? And I remember him being outside of the courtroom. And that's essentially when his support base solidified, right? And that began the role that would then take him to ascend to the high echelons of power in South Africa, end up being a president. Some people are saying that this action, this particular judgment, could be what was needed for the EFF to go back and re-galvanize, and they're going to be even more radicalized, and they're going to get more support on the ground. Do you agree?
Yes and no.
Yeah.
Yes, in the sense that Julius comes across as the kind of politician who doesn't let quote unquote good crisis go to waste. So he's obviously going to use this opportunity to then say they have been attacking me. In fact, he said that he's being targeted. He made this a race thing, and now him and Gayton are not on the same level because he is, he's a revolutionary and Gayton is a convict in this instance. But I also think it's very dangerous because, again, he is the face of the EFF. We are going to elections. We don't know how much damage this can do in terms of alienating EFF members to say, this is a bit too far now. Yeah.
So let us know what your thoughts are. Strictly speaking, by the way, Julius Malema himself is a convict now, right? Because he's been convicted.
He has.
That's what a convict is. Somebody who's been convicted.
Yeah.
What he isn't is a bandit. So he's not a banditi. Right?
Okay.
Because that's something
That's what
different.
bandit is.
Yes.
That was today as well.
When somebody says you're a bandit, it comes from the word bandit. Because they used to rob people. You see. So let us know what your thoughts are. Do you feel like this is an unfair persecution of Julius Malema, or did you see it with it was always going to go down this route anyway? What does it mean for the EFF? As the Sunday World, Sowetan is saying, is this the beginning of the end? When we see it? What are your thoughts?
Ngiyaphinda futhi ngithi ijele likhandelwa abantu abanganamali. uMalema will get scot free ngalesaka. Alenzelanga abantu abanemali ijele. That's my take.
Okay.
Yazi ukuthi wenze ukudedela uJulius ne. Mara ngithi laze lashesha icala lakhe bo or angazi ukuthi maybe it's how many years. Amacala lawo ubukhonyovu nawo wonke lawa loka busy pending baze bamsheshisela bandla. Yo, it's very sad.
No, maybe you haven't been following it. This thing has been going on for 7 years.